So this might look like the Vietnam jungle circa 1971, but somewhere in here are loads of Land Rover spares. Their bonnets. So I should be replacing that water pump, but I can't be doing with it. So instead I'm going to do something that's more in my comfort zone, and I'm going to pump some iron. This is the best of the three bumpers that I discovered, and but you can see it's got plenty of dinks in it and wrong bits. So I'm going to have a go at just smacking that back into shape. So normally when you hammer something you need to back it with a dolly if you're going to be doing panel bashing. Something like this dolly to back the metal, and then this rounded panel beating hammer to tap against it. But this is a bit thicker, quite a lot thicker, so this makes quite a good dolly. This is a fillet from a power hammer, which I've acquired. But also I'll probably use this as well. Right. It's going to get noisy. Improves the look. Nearly there with the electrics. I've got the lights plumbed in, the horn plumbed in, the indicators mostly plumbed in. I'm waiting for an indicator unit. Yeah, the glow plugs work, wipers work. I've been plumbing in the water side for the squirters. Swap them around, see what this does. Right, I put another bit, instead of this bit of tube, and I put another bit on with a non-return valve at the end. So this pump doesn't seem to be self-bleeding, which is irritating, self-priming rather, or same thing. So, yeah. So the dashboard's starting to look, starting to look a little bit complicated. This is the last bit going in, I think. There's probably something I've forgotten. So hooking up the washer pump here. So I'm piggybacking the power from the wiper motor, switch. And then that goes into this one. There we go. Works. Phew. Ugh. Rubbish being old. And of course the great thing about this spiral wrap stuff is you can unwrap it again if you need to get to the electrics. Hopefully I won't need to, because this time, being all posh with fuses and all that, it shouldn't catch fire so much. So a quick and probably wobbly look at the dashboard here. So we've got the lights here, side and main, and then the ignition in the middle, there we go, oil pressure and charge, and then we should have the squirties, and then the wipers. What else we got? So over here then we've got the, to start it, so ignition on, and that clonk means that the glow plugs are glowing, which is indicated by this light, and then that big button there turns the engine over. Yeah, and even the gauges work actually, the temperature gauge and the fuel gauge. They both do register. I'm not sure what happened here, but the speedo's obviously at a rather jaunty angle. I may have to sort that out. Yeah. And then over here we got, and then from the pilot seat we've got the horn, and then the indicators, which are the only bit left to go, because I'm waiting for that relay to turn up. I've tidied up the wiring, just out of the way, just looks a bit neater really. And last job of the day is to get the grille fitted. And the grille's held in by the Land Rover badge. There's just two holes where it needs to go. I've got no idea what's supposed to go in there. I think in the past, when I originally was running this on the road, I think I had a block of wood in there and I just put wood screws into it, but I don't think that's what it's supposed to be. Anyway, so this time round I thought I'd do it slightly better. I considered various things, but these are quite big holes. They're not big enough to get spy nuts in, but they're too big to get plasterboard fittings in. So anyway, right, so I'm going to use a bit of 20 by 5 flat bar, and I'm going to drill and tap holes in it for 6mm screws, set screws. So I've had to shave it down a bit. Yeah, turn out that's what you get for measuring stuff. 20mm was not the way to go. 16 by 5 would have been much better. And that'll do us for today. So next, got to change that water pump, bleed the brakes, and fit the indicator relay. Yeah, nearly there. Been nearly there for a week. Alright, time for tea going. See you next time.